Hello. So this is a recording on how we hack into a scammer's web portal and figure out what they were doing with that. So there is an article. I will be linking this article in our video, so you can go ahead and read about this as well. So it's all started with one of our friend, Siram. He received a SMS that had this URL, and that was basically an IP address that leads to a web application where it's asked to download an APK file. Once you download that APK file, it does something. So you can read about that part here. We are not into this. We are just going to see how this actually works. This video will be released after we figure out how to delete all this information on those servers. Okay, so it might be delayed. This article were published on November 2nd. This video might be released afterwards. I am recording on November 3rd. So yes, so first thing is we are gonna go ahead and download that APK file. Just for safety reason, I already done that. So if I go to my scam folder, I have multiple scams going on here, and this was I assessed. So we are gonna go and have this APK file and start analyzing this one. To do so, we have to configure our machine to run this particular APK file. So first thing is I will be using Burp Suite to capture all those network packets. So I'll go to proxy, make sure it is running on all interfaces just to make our life a little bit easier. And it is running. I'm gonna go ahead and make sure I don't have intercept on for now. And that's pretty much it. That's all we have to do on that part. The next thing is I will go into my directory, and you see there is a file. Let's go into this directory, findings.md. So I'm just open it with the VS Code, so you can see all those findings here. Okay, and then I have all these files that we're gonna go ahead and use it. Okay, I'm gonna move one directory up because I do have a file here. You can see there's a lot of things going on. All right. So first thing is I'm just copy this adb push to phone.md. Let's open this file. Just copy everything from this file. And to make life our little bit easier, I will be using Obsidian to take our notes. Let's go ahead and make it as a ADB. All right, everything looks good. A little bit of cleanup just to make sure everything looks nice. Okay, awesome. So first thing is I'm going to go ahead and start our emulator. In this case, I am using what we call Genymotion. When I install Genymotion, it also installed ADB. If you don't have it, you can install it separately. I will be using this Google Nexus 5 phone. Again, this is a simple VMs you can create. I want to start this VM real quick. And then we have to make some configuration changes in it. Just to make sure we are not receiving any logs. Yep, no, that's okay. So it should be booting up now. It does. All right. Okay, everything is there that we needed. Now, first thing what I did is when I have this VM, I'm just show you that real quick. I went to my Wi-Fi settings, and then I went to this edit button and added 10.0.3.2 as a proxy. Currently, it is running on 192. I guess I can show you like this, 168.97.103. Right, and I guess you can see Let me just stop it and show you this one real quick. It's going to be here. It says NAT. Okay. And this phone, the first one, it should be running on 10.0 or something there. So I have two different virtual LANs created for this particular demonstration. Okay, so currently these things are running on 192.168.97.102. Right, you can see it here. Um, this VM is, I guess, not configured properly. I hope so. It is also configured on that way. So first thing is I'm going to look into the network gateway. And this is connected to my home network, so I'm going to just close it up. And then start our victim Android emulator. So first thing, when it wasn't working, I just switched to my bridge network to see everything is working fine or not, and then switch back to NATed network so I won't accidentally infect all of your machines. So it takes few seconds to run. Just gonna wait for it. Just pause this video and wait till it boots up. Okay, so our Android phone is up and running. All right. So let's move into fixing this one. There was a warning message. That's okay. Now, first thing is I'm going to just go back and make sure our mobile data is not running. It is turned off. And we'll connect our Wi-Fi. So we have connected to our Wi-Fi. Let's connect it here one more time. All right. And I say yes. Okay. Then I'll just go back and make sure our settings looks correct. Our gateway is 10.0.3.2. Okay. And that's it. That's all we needed to figure out here. All right. I do have installed our burp certificate. If I just show you this real quick, you can see I have this cscert.der. You can actually go ahead and download it. If you go to your proxy options and you can click on this import export CS certificate, just select certificate in DER format and save it. Okay. So once I have this certificate on my phone, you can just drag and drop. For example, again, I can show you this one real quick. I have this certificate right here. Just do that. It copies to download. So if I go to download, I see this BS cert there. Okay. So once you have this certificate, all you do is go to your settings and then just search for trusted. Something went wrong. Okay. So trusted credentials and then move to this install from certificate from SD card and then just double click on certificate, name it and install it for VPN and Wi-Fi for both. Okay. So once you've done that, you should be seeing some logs in your HTTP history. But again, these are just HTTP logs and we have to enable SSL pinning to make it work properly. All right. In this place, the FreeDAC comes in handy. So first thing is we're just going to open up this node inside and start following the steps. Okay. So to do so, I have this PowerShell running right here, and I have all those files. I got certificate file, the JavaScript file, the FIDA server itself. So I'm just going to go ahead and start running these commands one by one. So first thing is we'll do ADB devices to see device is there. It is. So I can just do like ADB push, and this is the FIDA server. It's going to be on date. I'm just going to copy this line because we're going to push a lot of things on this directory. Okay. So now we are sending this FIDA server to this temp directory. It is done. Now we'll do ADB shell to give it executor permissions and do chmod 777 to this, and then we call it as FIDA-server. And then we'll do the next file. It's going to be ADB push again. It's going to be the certificate file, right? And we'll call them as a cert-der.crt, right? And then we're gonna do ADB push our bypass SSL JavaScript file, that same directory, and then we'll do ADB shell this, and then FIDA-server. Okay, now this should execute. Okay, I typoed it, so it should execute of FIDA server on this machine. Now I'm going to open up a new tab, go to the same directory. Okay, and I'm going to just do FIDA PS capital U to list all those processes. And we see we have all the process here. Now the one I need we gonna hook into, it is already downloaded on this machine. It's called iAssist here. I'm just open it up, give it a second so I can see the process here. It is currently not loading the web pages because of HTTPS pinning is still not done. We should be able to see this application somewhere. Oh, we got it. It's iAssist. So once we have that, currently you see it's a blank white page. That's okay. We can fix it once we're done with the SSL pinning. All right. So let's go back to our notes. And the last one is just gonna execute this script. Okay. I do have bypass part here. Okay. And I don't like running no pause with my script, so I just want to see everything that is going on the machine. You can do no pause, it's just gonna put it in the background. But currently I'm not interested on that part. Now it is running SSL pinning, and also we are running FIDA server on the emulator or our phone that is virtualized here. Now next thing I'm gonna do is open up WebSuite, have it on the side. Okay. Now this is where the fun begins. The first thing what I did is, once I get this thing done, deleted every single log that I had here. Okay, I have nothing. Now I went to the application, open it up. Okay, we'll give it a few seconds to see what comes and go. Meanwhile, I can see there is MSR server http.com. It is sending a post request, and most of them other things are just go to google.com. That I really don't care. So this is where my interest was there, like, hey, why that, what is this? So I just went to this iserver.php, right? Open it up, add to scope, send to repeater, whichever makes sense to you. And we see this is sending a command to this as msr.server.http.com. Okay, now this is things gets a little bit funnier. I don't need this phone anymore. You can just shut it down if you want to. Now, once you get this kind of information, what you do next? So I wanted to do something more fun. So I'm going to start my VMware. And this part can be done with Windows as well, but I kind of don't want to download multiple word lists on multiple machines. So this is why I will be using my VM, where I have Cyclist pre-installed and configured, and also GoBuster is installed and configured. So I don't have to download Go and all those things on my host machine. Okay, it is running. I'm gonna go back and connect to our machine here. So I'll do Kali at 192.168.29.2. And of course, this is the default password. I did not bother to change it. Okay. So first thing is I had this URL and it says iserver.php. Nice. So I'm just gonna go and do GoBuster. You can see already have run it. Okay. It takes few time. I can actually delete the log file and just do the thread 30 to have it running in the, just to show you what that is gonna do. Meanwhile, I can just go ahead and show you what was inside that file. If I do log.out, you see all those URLs that we can use. Okay. It takes a little bit longer to go and execute all of these. We can see there is image.php. Okay. And currently I don't see image.php here. So first thing I did is I went to my repeater, said image.php. Let's see what this returns. And I got a response. Right, that says undefined array key image. Right. Okay. So I'm just gonna do question mark ing is equal to index.php. And what that's gonna do? Nothing. Oh, we get these three dots. Okay. So that is not looking promising though. But remember, I'll have this thing running in background. We see data.php. So let's see if we can read this file. And yes, we can. Awesome. So now we have some sort of LFI here. And the first thing that caught our eye is this dbconnect.php. So of course, we're gonna just copy this URL or this dbconnect.php and just make sure we are pasting it here correctly. Hit send, and now we get the credentials. Now, once I get this information, the first thing I did is look for this MSR server http.com. So I'm gonna just copy this word from here. Now you might be saying, like, you might know where I'm going with this. So I'll do just simple sudo nmap-p3306. This is the remote port for MySQL. And then let's do dash vv2. And we can see it is open to public. So I can just like MySQL -h, the username -p for the password, and the password we do know that is this. So let's copy this password, paste it here, hit enter, show databases. Now we are into that machine. We see there is two database. So I'm going to use IADB because that is where data is going. IADB. It takes few seconds, and then do show tables. We get a lot of tables. So just to describe, let's start with the first table itself. So we have ID, bank account number, IFSC code, UPI ID, MAC limit, right, and all those cool information. I just do select ID bank. I just don't want to show every single information. We can just do this. Select ID bank from, my bad, and we can see we got not too much information. All right, let's go back to other table. We got this log and intercepts, logs and intercepts. So we're going to describe this, and we got UID pan data created at. So let's do select, and we'll do count on ID from this. We have 85,000 people fall for these things. So I can actually do select ID. We can also do like UID. I don't want to really show any information though. Let's do just ID from this. I'm not sure what is inside those tables. And we can see everything just comes back. And next thing is we got other tables as well, so like logs. So we can like describe logs. You can download this information, right? We can see the logs information. We got ID, UID, screen size, pan, mobile, name. So I'll just do select name, and what we should do, let's do name and mobile from logs. Okay. Log. What was that database name? Describe logs. Select name. That's a capital N. And mobile. And this is logs. Let's do select name first. Let's see. SELECT name mobile from logs. Oh, it is working. I will say where name is not null. Oh, we get the information. And if you want to do more, and we're like, and mobile is not null. So it will show you the information that is both have the information, right? Admin can also set a count to see how many people have this. And just to select, I'll select the name only. And mobile, I can actually do count. Can we do that? Yep, we got 676 people that have every single information to these hackers. So I guess this is all we had on the article, right? The instruction process, I did not show how to do that because it's just drag and drop, right? And just allow every single permission. All right. So this is the application or the website we had. You can actually click here. It's download that file for you. Okay. So just to make sure it is getting detected, I'm just search for on virus total, and we'll see if any mobile application or security applications like antivirus is detecting this as a malicious or not. It should be on IAssist folder. Just move this APK here, and we can see it's still detected by most of the things. So of course, stay safe and do not download anything from internet. If you see something comes like this, report it. Report it. Okay. You can also send these things to us so we can play around. All right. So if you find anything like this, just email it to malware@ristsecurity.com. All right. Just send your samples, and if you find it interesting, we will write some write-ups, make some videos, and show you why this is dangerous. I hope you learned something. Have a good day. Bye-bye.